but I'll be here the whole time.
No problem at all. Thank you for letting me know. Let me say this right now. I will give like small cues if I need to go to the restroom, and I'll let you know when I'm back and all that.
You got it. I won't give you a verbal response back, but I'll hear it.
Copy that.
Thank you. Wait, why is Kelsey standing in front of him? Kelsey can't stand in front of him. She's got to stand to the side of him. We have to tell Paul players will not stand in front of that batter. Paul Simic. We're giving him one more.
Go.
And a very good evening to you. Welcome inside Raimondi Park as the starters for the Ballers are running out on a new era in Oakland baseball. Hello everyone, I'm Tyler Peterson. Welcome to our broadcast today on 860 AM The Answer. We have our simulcast, our radio simulcast shown on Flow Sports tonight. And of note for those folks watching on the Flow Sports side, we will not have a center field camera tonight as we still are getting everything ready here at Raimondi Park. But we are up, we are on the air, and we are so glad to have you in this, our inaugural radio broadcast of the year. We've had some pregame festivities, at home that is, some pregame festivities, including a couple of speakers. We saw both of our founders. The mayor was here. Mr. Fab had the inaugural hit as opposed to the first pitch. And the umpires right now are at home plate exchanging lineup cards with the two managers, Billy Horton and Micah Franklin. Our first look at the Yolo High Wheelers as the Ballers come in with a record of 7-5. High Wheelers, a game over 500 at 5-4. They played 3 fewer games because they played a series with the Rocky Mountain Vibes. And we are going to pause now as the pregame festivities will continue with, I believe we are going to get a hype video played at the field here. But it has been a good series that the Ballers have come off of in Rocky Mountain, winners of 5 of the last 6. Game of the last few days. And I believe actually now we are going to have the color guard come out first and the national anthem before the hype begins here at Raimondi Park. But we're so glad to have you on 860 AM The Answer. And we're so glad to be back. 15 days on the road with 12 games, 6 in Montana, 6 in Colorado Springs. And we come back to an 87-degree Oakland. So I don't know what up with that, but it's we will now pause here as we honor America. The presentation of the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say the star-spangled banner yon wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
An excellent rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner to kick us off here at Raimondi Park. I want to thank all of you for coming, and as you can hear, the fans already getting into it. The colors being marched off the field. We will now take a short break. We'll come back with lineups and first pitch right after this.
Graphic sports and weather you get from AM radio stations. It's time to make your voice heard. We make
1, go.
Welcome back inside Raimondi Park. Almost ready to get going here on our inaugural Oakland Ballers game in Oakland. And it's really nice to have you all here on 860 AM, The Answer. We're going to get started a little bit late as the pregame festivities have pushed us into a later start time, but that is to be expected on opening day. I can give you the start time, or excuse me, the starting lineups for both teams. For the Yolo High Wheelers, we're going to see them a lot this season, but we are going to see them for the first time today. 36 times we'll play them, but this is the starting lineup for Billy Horton's Yolo High Wheelers. Braylon Skinner, the center fielder, will lead things off, followed by Braylon Marine, the shortstop. Bobby Leday, the second baseman, bats third. Jose Gonzalez, the left fielder. Sam Kuczynski at first, with Braden Blackford, the third baseman, batting sixth. Tanner Smith in right field, batting seventh. Kirkland Bates, the DH, bats eighth. And Angel Mendoza, the catcher, he bats ninth. On the mound for the High Wheelers is Cameron Rapetti. No record and a 7.88 ERA. As for the Ballers, it's Austin Davis in right field, leading things off, followed by Peyton Hart in the center fielder, batting second. Miles Jefferson, the shortstop, bats third. Dondre Hubbard, the DH, he bats fourth. Noah Martinez, the first baseman, bats fifth, with Trevor Halsma, the left fielder, batting seventh. Jalen Smith, the third baseman, bats seventh. Halsma sixth. Smith seventh. Tyler Lozano, the catcher, bats eighth, and Brad Burkell at third base, he will bat ninth, with Derek Cherry on the hill. And he now just trots out to the mound. And we have one last thing to do before we can play ball tonight. There's play ball. Can't get started without play ball.
Restroom.
Derek Cherry on the hill. A really nice start for him in Rocky Mountain. He went 5 innings, really pushed it to the max for what he can do. He was not necessarily built up to start in that appearance, but he came on and he showed out in a very tough place to pitch. 5 innings, just one earned run, 2 unearned runs in a series which saw a lot of scoring. The Vibes beat the Ballers 27-11 one night, and then the other 5, the Ballers beat the Vibes, and there was only one game. Or excuse me, I should say there were 2 games in which the Ballers even scored 20 runs. So I don't know if we're going to get the same type of offensive explosion here or not. I can tell you that the dimensions of the park are certainly shorter than those in Rocky Mountain. Of course, we're at sea level here, but it's 313 down the left field line, 398 straight out to center, and 321 down the right field line. Plenty of fans have already made their way in and sat down. I mean, we had folks coming in right at 5, a huge line out the back, and it is packed here on opening night, which is so good to see. Cherry finishing up his warm-up pitches. One other oddity of today, because things are still, let's say, works in progress here. I almost thought I might not be able to give you a broadcast tonight, whether you're watching with us or listening to us. And as I said before, we won't have a center field camera tonight. We'll have everything but that. But we won't have, at least tonight, the TrackMan or the pitch clock. So there will be no ABS challenges to track, which maybe is just a better brand of baseball overall. Who knows? I kind of like the system sometimes as well.
I've returned.
But in steps Braylon Skinner. He will get things started for the Yolo High Wheelers. A left-handed hitter. He stands in the box. Cherry from the windup. His first pitch is a fastball called strike of the knees at 6:43 p.m. And we are underway. Skinner, line drive to right field, and that is down for a base hit. So Skinner on with a leadoff single. And now the shortstop, Braylon Marine. Yolo played the Grand Junction Jackalopes in their last series. They took 4 out of those 6 games in Davis. And speaking of Davis Ellington, we'll hear from him for the first time on the Ballers broadcast. He'll have the middle innings in this game. Cherry set. First pitch to Marine. A ground ball up the middle. Jefferson, a high hop. Flips to the second baseman for 1 on to first. A double play. 6-4 of 3, and that quickly in this game. 2 gone here in the first. Cherry set. First pitch to Marine. A ground ball up the middle. Jefferson, a high hop. Bring up to the second baseman for 1 on. Lada spelled L-A-D-A. A couple home runs for him. First pitch is swung on and missed. Lada, a right-handed hitter. We're still trying to get you some statistics on some of these guys, so bear with me. Cherry from the windup once more. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swung on, grounded weakly down the third baseline, but off of Lada's foot. That is foul. Lada batting .382. Standing back in the box now. It's going to be an 0-2 count. The pitch on its way, that's high. One and 2 to Lada. Cherry from the windup. Here's the pitch. That's down and outside. There's the slider from Cherry. Again, we apologize for not having the center field camera operational tonight, but we are probably, I'd say, 98.5% operational as a ballpark, and that's not bad for having built a ballpark in 3.5 months. Cherry from the windup. The pitch to the plate is swung on and fouled back. Two away here in the top of the first. Lada, the second baseman, back into the box. Cherry's got the sign from Lozano. The pitch on its way. It swung on, hit down the left field line very deep, and foul down the streets. And he turned on that one quick. And that was a home run, if that had stayed fair, by plenty. 2-2. Cherry from the windup once more. Here's the pitch. It swung on and missed. Fastball above the hands. He got him. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Derek Cherry. No runs on a single, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. No score as the Ballers bat for the first time at Raimondi Park. You're listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM The Answer.
Go.
Welcome back to Raimondi Park. Tyler Peterson here with you alongside Davis Ellington for the first time. Davis will join you in the third inning. Top of the order to face the right-hander for the Yolo High Wheelers. As soon as there it is, Cameron Rapetti. Rapetti is 0-0 in 2 starts, a 6.75 ERA. He's given up 12 hits and 6 earned runs in 8 innings. He's struck out 7 and walked 5. Now here comes a man who really paces this offense. It's Austin Davis. Ballers in those home creams, and they're so nice to see. One little pipe of green down the pants, and green hats, high wheelers in grays and black hats. Here's the first pitch to Austin Davis. It's fastball called strike on the inside. It's 0-1. Next pitch to Davis, swing and miss, a quick 0-2. Davis leads this team in steals. He's going to take his time out here. He's batting .367, a home run, and 11 RBI. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Rapetti got him on a breaking ball, and there's one gone in the bottom of the first. Now here's Peyton Hardin, the center fielder. Hardin leads this team in runs scored, and that's what they're looking for him, the speedy center fielder. 16 runs lead this team. 3 doubles, 2 triples, including one which tied the game in the 9th inning in a Sunday contest in Glacier. First pitch to him is fouled back into the screen. It's 0-1. Rapetti ready on the mound. Here's his next pitch to Hardin. That's taken outside for ball 1. Hardin batting at .408. No home runs, 9 RBI. Next pitch outside from Rapetti. It's 2-1. No score in our ball game in the bottom of the first. So glad you could join us on 860 AM, The Answer. Petty from the windup again. Hardin looks at a ball off the plate. It's now 2-1, or excuse me, 3-1. Again, no pitch clock tonight and no ABS challenges because the internet is not quite fully operational here at Raimondi Park. But we can bring you a broadcast. The 3-1 on its way, and Hardin takes inside. It's ball 4. And that may end up being a double for Hardin, whose blazing speed is his greatest weapon. Now here's Miles Jefferson. Jefferson, of all people, he has got maybe the most surprising line of all. He leads his team in hitting at .426. A bomb and 13 driven in for him so far. 1 away, Hardin at first. Maybe not for long. Rapetti to the plate. The first pitch is down in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Mendoza has no play, and it's a wild pitch as Hardin gets down to second. Jefferson waiting. Rapetti's pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. Next pitch is in the dirt, and Mendoza blocks it in front of him. It's a 2-1 count to Jefferson. The runner's at second with 1 out. Rapetti can try an inside move and not even make a throw back. That's his first. Yolo 5-4 Oakland 7-5, the two California teams coming into this matchup both over 500 after both putting the hurt on Colorado teams. And a slider to Jefferson now. Swung on and missed, 2-2. It's a nice pitch by Rapetti, who played for two Pioneer League teams last year, the Glacier Range Riders and the Billings Mustangs, where manager for Yolo, Billy Horton, had him. So he brought over a few of his Mustangs to Yolo. The 2-2 pitch, Jefferson looks at ball 3. And Rapetti, a couple of little yells off the mound, wanting strike 3 that time. I do not know who your umpires are. I would let you know if I did, and I apologize for that. 3-2 the count. Rapetti set. Harden dancing off second. The next pitch is a ground ball toward first. The first baseman grabs it. That's Kaczynski. He's going to step on first. That'll send Harden to third. And now it's a runner on third for the designated hitter, Dondre Hubbard. Hubbard is second home run on Sunday's game. He's batting at .380, 2 home runs, and 14 RBI. The 14 RBI are a team leading, but three different players tied at 14. The first pitch, a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. It's the center fielder, Harden at third. With 2 outs in the bottom of the first, no score. Here's the 0-1 to Hubbard. He takes inside on the arms, 1-1. Fastball again to Dondre. Everybody's here at Raimondi Park tonight. It's good to see a full crowd. Rapetti to the plate. Hubbard, a deep drive to left center field. This is back to the wall, and it is gone! A 2-run home run for Dondre Hubbard in the bottom of the first. And Oakland's franchise player christens the field. Two nothing, Oakland. Now here's Martinez. That was out to left center field, not down the line, so he had to get it. And he got it. First pitch curveball to Martinez. That's strike 1. The center fielder Skinner gave it a jump, and he almost met that ball at the wall. He might have been able to bring that back. Now Martinez swings and fouls a pitch back. It's 0-2. Rapetti from the windup. The pitch is in the dirt. This press box is very close to the field and fairly high up as well. We must be up some 20 feet in the air. It's an interesting perspective on the home plate area. It looks like the pitcher's right on top of the hitter. Rapetti set, and now time called at the plate by Martinez. 2-0 Oakland on the Dondre Hubbard 2-run home run here in the first. Rapetti throws, and Martinez takes way inside. Bases are empty. Rapetti from the windup. The next pitch is swung on and missed. Breaking ball below the zone. The inning is over. 2 strikeouts for Cameron Rapetti. But a deep 2-run home run by Dondre Hubbard. It's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. 2-0 Oakland after 1 on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
Top of the second inning. Welcome back to Oakland Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. We're getting a little bit of work done around the home plate area. This is our first game, so we are still testing some things out. Looks like it's maybe not fully tamped down, and so we're going to try to make sure that things are. It's an 80-degree first pitch today. I'm going to say unseasonably hot, but more hot than usual in the Bay Area at this time. You usually get a very hot August and September, but June 4th that got up, I think, to about 85 today in Oakland. 2-0 Ballers after the 2-run home run from Dondre Hubbard. It's a full house tonight. We will announce a sellout of all 4,100 seats occupied. Derek Cherry just now waiting for the work to finish up, and it looks like we are good to go now. So Cherry will take his warm-up pitches. I can tell you the home plate umpire, that's DJ Poteet. That's that gentleman's name. But of course, a lot of anticipation around this game, and this game has been sold out for a few weeks now. Plenty of good seats still available Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in this Yolo series. So please come on out to the ballpark and see it for yourself. So I'm sure as now Cherry really getting his warm-up pitches, I'm sure as we go along, the field will get tested, the internet will get tested, you know, everything will get tested, because this is a new ballpark, a new field, certainly. And now the throw down to second, we are good to go again. Jose Gonzalez, the first man to face Derek Cherry here in the top of the second. 1-2-3 first for Cherry. He allowed a single to Braylon Skinnard, but then a double play to Braylon Marine and a strikeout swinging of Bobby Leday. It's Jose Gonzalez who leads this team in hitting. Gonzalez 14 for his first 25. That's a .560 batting average. The first pitch is a swing and a miss on the changeup. Nice pitch by Cherry. No home runs, 7 RBI. Cherry's next pitch to the plate. That is a called strike 2. And Gonzalez, you see, he went to tap the helmet, but then he remembered, no, there's no ABS tonight. 0-2 to Gonzalez. Cherry kicks, fires, and it's a fastball outside. 1-2. Thank you for joining our radio simulcast if you're watching on Flow TV. This is 860 AM The Answer. I'm Tyler Peterson with Davis Ellington. The next pitch is outside, 2-2. So when I was just on radio, you didn't know if I was calling it accurately or not, and now you can check me if you're watching. The 2-2 on its way to Gonzalez, and that's way inside. It almost hits him. So now, Cherry to retake the hill. Again, no pitch clock, so he can take his time as he gets back up there. Within reason, I think, tonight. It'll be a full count to leadoff man Gonzalez. The payoff from Cherry on its way. Swung on and missed. Fastball tailing away, and he strikes out swinging. And now there's one away in the second. Here's Sam Kaczynski, the first baseman. Kaczynski batting at .321. He started now they've played 9. He started all but one game for them. First pitch is outside. It's a ball. .321 average, no home runs, and 8 RBI for Kaczynski. From the windup again, the next pitch is in the dirt, 2-0. Bases are empty here in the second, 2-0 Oakland. There's a fire truck parked out behind left center field, and I see a few firemen standing on top of the truck trying to get a look at what's going on inside. Got the whole community here, which is awesome. Cherry to the plate. There's a little bit low. It's ball 1. 3-0. It'll be a 3-0 pitch to Kaczynski, the first baseman. Cherry's pitch, fastball down low, ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up Braden Blackford. Blackford, the third baseman tonight, a left-handed hitter. 267 for Blackford. This is his 5th start of the season. No home runs and 3 RBI. Just 15 at-bats, 4 hits in that time. Again, Yolo's played fewer games than Oakland has because of their series with Rocky Mountain getting 3 games postponed. So the stats will be different on team totals. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Kaczynski waiting on a 1-0. That's inside and past the catcher Lozano. And down to second is Kaczynski. It's going to be a 2-0 to Braden Blackford with 1 away. Our Oakland opener. Beautiful day as well. A little bit hot. I'm not going to lie. A little bit hot. Here's the 2-0 on its way, and that's in the dirt as well. Well, 3-0 to Braden Blackford. I guess a walk would not be the worst thing in the world here to set up a double play. But Tanner Smith on deck is a very good hitter. A runner at second, Kaczynski. I don't think he'll be going anywhere. He's not even attempted a stolen base this year. Lozano setting up outside. The pitch is off the plate. So back-to-back walks after the strikeouts. And Lozano is going to have a conversation with Cherry, and so is the pitching coach, Jim Diedrich. And now Billy Horton, the manager for Yolo, is going to come to the plate to have a conversation with the next man up, Tanner Smith. Tanner Smith's the right fielder. Smith is only batting 179, no home runs and 4 RBI, but he is the all-time RBI leader in the history of Oregon University. He is one of the most accomplished Ducks of all time. Cherry set on the mound, 2 men on, 1 man out. Tanner Smith waiting. The first pitch, fastball down low. I don't know if Cherry is totally satisfied with where the mound is at right now, but hey, everyone's got to pitch through it. He had a quick first, now a little bit of trouble here in the second. 2 men on, 1 man out. 2-0 Oakland. Cherry's pitch, and Smith takes a strike at the knees, 1-1. It's a nice comeback from Cherry, who has to wipe some sweat from his brow there. Set on the mound is Cherry. A look to second. Now he fires, and it's swung on and missed. Smith off balance on the off speed. And it's 1-2. Two Ks already for Derek on the mound. Now the 1-2. It's swung on and missed. Breaking ball in the dirt. 3 Ks for Cherry. And his former college summer league pitching coach in the opposing dugout, that's Jerome Williams, the former Giant. He is the pitching coach for Yolo. Here's Kirkland Banks, the DH. Banks has now played in all 10 games. He's batting .207, no home runs, 3 RBI on the year. First pitch to Banks from Cherry is swung on a miss. Fastball right by him. It's 0-1. I wonder how much the short porch and right will come into play. It's 310 right down the left field line. If it will act any similar or different to other conditions in the league. Next pitch to Banks is a called strike. Half swing by Banks. He didn't like it. but it was there, and now it's a quick 0-2. And now these fans are going to get behind Derek Cherry. 2 men on, 2 men out. It's an 0-2 count to Banks. Will Cherry give him a off speed like he gave Smith to set down the side. Here's the pitch on its way. It's swung on. It's hit off of the glove of Burkell into left field for a base hit. Halsema to charge. He'll throw it in, and Brad Burkell couldn't handle that. I am wondering if that's going to be a hit or an error. That's, I think, got to be a hit. It was hit sharply enough, and Burkell really only had one chance, which was to stab at that ball. It'll be an RBI for Kirkland Banks, and it's 2-1. So Kaczynski scores, and it's first and second now for Mendoza, who swings and misses. Angel Mendoza, the catcher, batting .188, no home runs, and 3 RBI. A right-handed hitter with Blackford at second and Banks at first. The next pitch, that's a slider for strike 2, right down the heart of the plate. An 0-2 pitch, he had Banks, and Banks hit one into left field for a base hit off the glove of Burkell. An 0-2 count to Mendoza. Where will Lozano and Cherry want to go? Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's swung on and missed. The slider from Cherry. He does indeed strike out the side. He now has 4 strikeouts on the day. But it is a run for the Yolo High Wheelers on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. The RBI single by Kirkland Banks, the DH, has given the High Wheelers their first run of the game. It's 2-1 Oakland as we head to the bottom of the second on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the second inning. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. I'm Tyler Peterson. 2-1 Oakland leads after the 2-run home run in the bottom of the second by Dondre Hubbard. It'll be Trevor Halsema, Jalen Smith, and Tyler Lozano to hit for Oakland against Cameron Rapetti. Rapetti's first pitch on its way, and that's a breaking ball in for a called strike 1. Petty to the plate. That's way outside. 1-1 now. No pitch clock, but Cameron Petty must just be a quick worker because he is not waiting around right now. Halsema, 378, 2 home runs, 14 RBI. And now we're going to pause as a baseball is still on the field. What a beautiful backdrop for baseball today of completely full stands. Rapetti from the windup, the pitch on its way. It's swung on and lined over the jumping shortstop, Marine. Halsema has a single to left field. In the top of the third, Davis Ellington will take over for his first innings as a Baller broadcaster. We don't have all of our equipment set up today, otherwise we'd be going the full way as a duo. So we're just going to trade off for tonight, and you'll get the full service broadcast tomorrow, I promise. Here's Lozano, who has been hot, up to 308 now, no home runs and 5 RBI, and it's a line drive caught by the shortstop. No, not caught by the shortstop, and that's going to be a double play. And that is pure confusion on the base paths as they ruled they did not catch the ball. That was dropped by the shortstop, Marine. Halsema is tagged out. So officially it's a 6-3 and then a 3-4. And a very odd double play, but there's 2 away here in the second. Here's Dan Cavino, or excuse me, Brad Burkell. Oh no, it is Cavino. Excuse me. Next pitch to Cavino is down low. Oh, I have it. You know what? I have a different lineup than the one that was submitted. So that was actually Lozano batting in the previous spot. And this is Cavino now as he hits the ball up the middle. The shortstop, Marine, grabs it, throws to first in time. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get organized here on 860 AM, The Answer. And welcome back to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. We figured out what was wrong with the lineup card. Jalen Smith is actually not playing in this ball game, which is not the lineup we were given. But I will reset the defense for you so I can tell you what we do have. Halsema, Hardin, Davis, left, right, center. Burkell at third, as we knew. Jefferson at short. Cavino at second. Martinez at first. Lozano behind the plate. And the lineup properly is Halsema in left, Lozano, the catcher, batting 7th, and then Dan Cavino, the second baseman, he is batting 8th. Burkell is batting 9th. So Smith is not playing in this game. Here's the center fielder. Next pitch to him. Did he swing? Yes, he did. It's 0-1. Excuse me, it's 1-1. We'll trade off with Davis in the bottom of this inning. So we are, as I said, we're still getting everything set up here, folks. Here's the next pitch. That's in the dirt, 2-1. So we do have the lineup correct now, and that's pretty important if you're going to call a baseball game. 2-1 Oakland here in the top of the third. The left-handed hitter Skinner, who singled off Cherry in the first in a 2-1 count. Cherry from the windup, the pitch is high. It's 3-1. Back on the hill is Cherry. No outs, bases are empty. The 3-1 pitch is a touch low for ball 4. That's the third walk for Cherry issued so far. And that'll bring up Braylon Marine. Beware the speed of Skinner. He has 8 steals this year. Marine hit into a double play in his last at bat. Skinner a decent lead at first. Cherry's first pitch, there he goes. Lozano, his throw is a good one. It's on the money. He's out. Caught stealing 2-4. A one-hopper right into the glove of Covino. And all Dan had to do was stick the glove out where it was to tag Skinner out. Well done. Marine took that for a strike. The next pitch grounded weakly up the line and foul. It's 0-2. 2-1 Oakland here in the top of the third against the Yolo High Wheelers out of Davis, California. Cherry from the windup. The next pitch is swung on, hit down the right field line. Davis giving it a look, and this is into the grandstand. Cherry waits. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, and that got a big piece of Lozano. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And he's going to take a walk. The umpire, DJ Poteet, is going to walk the ball out to Cherry to give Lozano a little bit of time. Tools of ignorance, man. It's still 0-2. Now we're ready to go once more. Lozano back in there. Cherry from the windup. The pitch on its way. It's swung on and fouled off of Braylon Marine. It's a foul ball. Good to see a lot of local media out here. All the Bay Area news stations, radio stations, print, national print. A lot of great coverage tonight on the first ever Oakland Ballers game. From the windup, Cherry's 0-2 again. It's swung on and fouled away. A very late swing from Marini. Just gets a piece of it as it ends up toward the Yolo dugout on the first baseline. Bases are empty, one away in the top of the third. 2-1 Oakland. Cherry set. Lozano setting up inside. Here's the pitch. Fastball. A touch to inside. Nice pitch from Cherry and exactly hit his spot. That's a beautiful 0-2 pitch. You want to try to tie the guy up if you can. Now the 1-2 on its way. It's swung on and fouled again. Lozano, a punch to the glove. He thought he should have caught that one on the slider. So Marine doing just enough to stay alive in this at bat. Cherry back on the hill. Marine back in the box. 1-2. Cherry from the windup. Here's the pitch. It hits him in the back. And Marine tosses his hands up like, what's up? And the umpire did not like that from Braylon Marine, who ends up at first. Marine wants to know if he was throwing at him. I don't think he was trying to throw at him on 1-2. Leday, the second base man, who hit a long, deep drive, fouled on the left field line that ended up, I think that's 20th Street, or is that Willow? All the way down Willow. The pitch to the plate, Leday hits this in the air. On the infield, Jefferson, the shortstop, puts it away. And that'll bring up Jose Gonzalez. Gonzalez in the second inning struck out against Cherry. That was to lead off the second. He now bats with a man at first and 2 outs in the third. First pitch from Cherry on its way. That's in the dirt. It skips away from Lozano. That'll be another wild pitch. So the second wild pitch for Cherry today. He's also walked 3 batters and hit 1. So he hasn't been super accurate today by any means. He has struck out 4. It's 1-0 to Gonzalez with Marine at second. He's set on the mound once more. A check at second. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Gonzalez right over the top of it. For the Ballers in the bottom of the third, it'll be Burkell, Davis, and Harden, a very speedy part of the lineup. Next pitch from Cherry, swung on, grounded toward Cherry. He picks up with a bare hand, he turns, he throws! It is in time! And of all the men on the field, Derek Cherry is the most fired up about what he just did. The out goes 1-3 on the slingshot to first base. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Davis Ellington to take you through the middle innings here on 860 AM The Answer.
Run shot to get the crowd fired up in the home half of the first inning, and it's speed and contact due up for Micah Franklin's Ballers here. Brad Burkell, Austin Davis, and Peyton Harden going to kick things off as the Ballers look to stretch their lead as we head into the middle innings. Cameron Rapetti still on the hill as he looks to keep this just a one-run contest. Some great defense by the Ballers starter, Derek Cherry, got them out of the inning, and now the opening offering, a breaking ball in there for a strike to Burkell. It's 0-1. Lefty Burkell swings and fouls this fastball back over our heads, out of play, onto the street, and just like that, it's 0-2. Rapetti still working quickly as the right-hander kicks and deals. The 0-2 on the way. Another off-speed pitch this time. He gets the swing through by Burkell, and on 3 pitches, the third baseman is retired for out number 1. Ballers orders going to turn over for the first time here tonight as Austin Davis going to come to the plate. Right fielder, a strikeout victim his first time up, looking for a little revenge here as Rapetti already set on the mound, ready to rock and roll. Davis just digs in, the right-hander waits, and the quick offering from Rapetti on the way. A fastball for a called strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. As Tyler mentioned, no pitch clock here tonight. I don't think Cameron Rapetti got the memo. He may have dinner plans. We don't know. But reservations go quick on a Tuesday night as a breaking ball fouled back. It's 0-2. He is firing all strikes, 5 straight into the zone to begin things here in the home half of the third. It's 0-2 now to Austin Davis. Firing and finally avoiding the strike zone. A high fastball and a good job by Davis to lay off. It's 1-2 and right back at it. Rapetti Kicks and deals, again missing high, and now Davis back in the count, evens it at 2-2. He's got Peyton Harden on deck. The table setters for Micah Franklin's offense with the big hitters of Jefferson and Hubbard Martinez waiting behind them. This breaking ball's in the dirt, bodied up nicely by the catcher Mendoza. Now the count runs full to 3-2. Peyton Harden, who waits on deck, he's a very prototypical leadoff hitter for this ball club. Davis, a little more pop-up at the top of the order here tonight as this pitch misses outside for ball 4. And a fine at-bat by Austin Davis. Goes down 0-2 in the blink of an eye. And then he watches 4 straight pitches miss the zone, and he is aboard for Peyton Harden. So that's going to bring the lefty up here. Harden, he walked and scored back in the second inning as he got to cruise on home thanks to Dondre Hubbard's blast. He stands in here with a man on first and just one gone. First offering is going to be low and inside, and after Repetti threw 5 straight strikes, he misses the zone 5 straight times immediately after. 1-0. Harden, slightly open stance, bat resting calmly on the shoulder. All 5'6" of him waits as Repetti from the stretch working. Davis leaning, not running. Pitch is going to be mishandled by the catcher Mendoza, and it's 2-0. Speed on the bases in Austin Davis. 9 stolen bases. He's been caught just once. 90% success rate for the man as he's looking to get into scoring position here. The 2-0 not going to come to him just yet as diving back in on a quick pick from Repetti is Davis. He's in there in time. A close one there, but he's safely back. Ballers looking to energize this crowd here. A sellout at Raimondi for the first game here in Oakland for this brand new Pioneer League team. Here's a breaking ball going to catch the upper half of the zone as Harden's going to let that one go by for a called strike, 2-1. This crowd got fired up in a hurry on the Dondre Hubbard blast. They're looking to explode here again as they're wanting their team to extend the lead. Another pick over, and again, Davis back just in time. Repetti, a good job there as the pitcher holding that runner close right as Davis was taking his lead. A quick pick over, tried to catch him leaning, unable to do so. And now Davis with a huge lead. Pitch is going to be swung and fouled off. With the new rules in baseball, you can only pick over 2 times to one base during an at-bat. If you pick over to third and do not get the batter, or do not get the runner that is, they do get a free base. And Austin Davis, knowing the rules, he took full advantage. He was about a third of the way to second base before Repetti dealt that pitch home and had second base stolen, but with 2 strikes on him, Harden not going to risk it there on a borderline pitch. He fouls it off, and he'll see another one. Let's see if Davis decides to do it again. He creeps, not as wide of a lead this time, not running as the pitch again is fouled back just to our left, out of play. Nice battle brewing here between Harden and Repetti. Again, the Ballers lead 2-1 here in the home half of the third inning. For the Ballers, it was a walk to Peyton Harden in the first and a 2-run home run by Dondre Hubbard to start the scoring. High Wheelers responded with a run of their own in the second. Here's a pick over. Davis now going to be caught in a pickle as he had a massive lead. Throw back to first. They're going to keep chasing him. He's showing off the speed. Davis still not done. And now the umpire is going to blow the play dead. They're going to give him second base. They're going to say that there was obstruction by one of the fielders during the pickle, impeding his path. And that's going to award Austin Davis the bag and gets a runner into scoring position. Immediately out to argue, and rightfully so, the manager for the Yolo High Wheelers. A big spot there. So Austin Davis, same thing. He took that huge lead off of first, trying to get that crow hop running start. Repetti, he risked it. He picked over, and it worked out. He was able to get him in the rundown, but then heads up base running by Davis, able to catch one of the fielders as he threw the ball from second to first. Davis runs in, slightly tries to bump the fielder. He gets the call of obstruction, and he gets second base. The crowd is letting the Yolo manager hear it as he's still out there arguing the play. He's been given a long leash by the umpires here as the crew has not sent him off. And we got some controversy in the bottom of the third. That's a big run in Austin Davis. It's a 1-run ball game right now. And you have the heart of the order for the Ballers coming up behind Harden with Jefferson, a guy coming in batting over 400. And still pleading his case out there is the Yolo High Wheelers manager, as Billy Horton trying to get the umpires to see what he believes he saw. And now the crew's going to talk about it here. So the case has been made by Billy Horton, and now it's up to the Judiciary Committee out there as the three come together. They're going to talk this thing over. Davis, for the moment, stands on second base. Peyton Harden hoping he gets the hit with a man in scoring position, and just one out. And it's a long conversation right now. The Let's Go Oakland chants ringing out here at Raimondi on a beautiful Tuesday evening as the heat starts to die down. First base side covered in shadows. If you picked a ticket on the first base side, you were rewarded with shade. Down the third baseline, still cooking in the sun a little bit here tonight. But it's a beautiful day for a ball game, as it is still being discussed out there what exactly happened. One of our base umpires was very adamant. The play was still happening when he called it dead. So if they were to overturn this call, it would be interesting to see where they land as to what exactly is going to happen to Austin Davis, because the play was not over. He had not been tagged out. And now Micah Franklin, he is just towing the line at third base, ready to pounce if this does not go his way. I think he's thinking the same thing we are up here in the booth. The play was stopped before a resolution occurred. And that's going to bring a lot of questions into where exactly you put Davis, because you can't assume an out. So you might could you put him back at first and negate the play entirely? I don't think Yolo's going to like that either, because they're going to think in a pickle that they're probably going to get him. As Micah Franklin creeps ever closer, and it looks like we're going to have a ruling. We got two umpires headed over to talk to the skipper of Oakland here. Cameron Rapetti back on the mound. He's just going to get a couple warm-up throws in as the decision's going to be explained. Our firefighters out there in left center field. We got about 9 sitting up there on the truck, and they're getting a good show. A little bit of a stall here, but we're going to get back to action, as it is an animated discussion right now from the umpires describing to a stoic Micah Franklin what exactly they saw and what way they're going to go on this ruling. Well, they always say you never know what you're going to see when you come to the ballpark. You're always going to see something new. I can speak for myself and probably Tyler Peterson here. I don't know if I've seen this one. This is a new one. Chaos in the bottom of the third. Micah Franklin, skipper for the Oakland Ballers, seems to be content with what the over and discuss this now with manager Billy Horton of the Yolo High Wheelers. Again, it's bottom of the third inning, 2-1 Oakland Ballers lead. You got Peyton Harden up. You got Miles Jefferson, who has been on an absolute tear waiting in the on-deck circle. Austin Davis, again, 9 stolen bases and 10 attempts coming into tonight, has been lethal on the base passes. Davis has now walked back to first. So they're going to most likely basically say, our bad, reset the play. And I think everyone's just going to have to be okay with it, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Davis is back at first, so he's not out, but he definitely is not getting second. So after all of that, it's going to be a reset. In NFL terms, maybe an inadvertent whistle was blown, and this is where we end up. Everyone, much like on the playground, you disagree on a call, what do? Ball don't lie. Here we go. Let's reset and run it again. So much to do about nothing when it's all said and done. Austin Davis back at first. It's a 2-2 count on Peyton Harden. And the biggest thing is Cameron Rapetti did not get a lot of pitches in there. He was dormant for about 5 minutes. His first offering is going to be outside with the fastball, and now you run this count full, 3-2. So a lot of rest for a guy who has been working extremely fast. As here's a lean, and Davis is going to dive back in safely. That should be the third, and it's going to be the third pickoff attempt. And now, yep, there we go. We're set. Cameron Rapetti cannot believe it. He thinks he only picked off twice. That is his third pickoff to first. and he is irate. And Billy Horton is getting his cardio in. He's all the way back out there as the manager's going to have to calm down his starter. Repetti flew off the mound when he heard the call. It is correct, so Austin Davis is going to get second base. And Repetti going to come toward home plate to have a discussion. He thinks that only 2 fingers were put up, which is correct. They put up 2 saying you have picked off twice. You cannot pick off a third time. He thought he had one more. He did not. So Davis, after all of that, like we said, ball don't lie. And it didn't right there. Austin Davis was awarded second. We have all that hullabaloo about interference from the fielder, this and that, ends up putting him back on second. Immediately he gets second base from an ill-advised third pickoff attempt by the pitcher Cameron Repetti. And that's what happens when a pitcher who likes to work super fast has to put the brakes on and wait things out. He lost it a little bit, maybe forgot how many times he had picked over. It's been a long inning. We were only at the third batter, and Peyton Harden, with a full count, is still at the plate in all this. And now manager Billy Horton just going to have one last check-in with our home plate umpire. Mind you, this is Tuesday. For those that have not been a part of Pioneer League or Minor League Baseball, it's a 6-day series, so everyone's going to see a lot of each other. And here's the 3-2 offering. It's going to be a called strike 3, a good breaking ball as Repetti sets back in, and he gets the strikeout looking of Peyton Harden. So Harden is down. Out number 2 of the inning is recorded. Austin Davis stands at second, and Miles Jefferson will step to the box. Jefferson, he grounded out to first base his first time up. He has been on a tear. He's been red hot, leading the Oakland lineup coming into tonight as the first offering to him is a fastball at the knees for a called strike, 0-1. Jefferson threw 2 series in the Pioneer League, a .426 average in 11 games played. He's left the yard 1 time as the right-hander waits. The 0-1 offering him is swung and fouled back. And it's quickly 0-2. So Repetti and the High-Wheelers trying to get some momentum back on their side. I think that they'll feel that if they're able to get out of this inning. But the Ballers are 1 swing away from doubling their lead. They lead 2-1. Davis will score on a single to the outfield. Outfielders playing back. Here's a pick to second. And Austin Davis dives back in. Laundry will be needed for number 21. Austin Davis getting his work in out on the base paths this inning. It's 0-2 to the batter Jefferson. As he waits, now raises his hands as the 0-2 offering from Repetti on the way. A fastball, little jam shot. It's going to roll down the first base line, picked up easily by Kaczynski. He'll touch the bag, and the inning is over. So after all that, one of the longer third innings you will ever see, where only 4 batters come to the plate. It's still 2-1. We go to the top of the 4th inning. You're listening to Oakland Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. my left, Tyler Peterson. As we check back in, Derek Cherry still on the mound. The right-hander for the Ballers going to get into his 4th inning of work on the hill. He will be greeted by Kaczynski, Blackford, and Smith. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the High Wheelers after a chaotic bottom of the 3rd that saw only 4 batters come to the plate for the Ballers. It ended up with no runs scored, but about 30 minutes off the clock. Thank goodness we don't play with one of those, as the first pitch on the way here to Kaczynski is a ball. Now the 1-0 offering just a bit outside, and the first baseman for Yolo quickly ahead, 2-0. As Cherry works the shadows of the light poles just going over the mound here at Raimondi with the sun beginning to set. Hoping for that cool bay breeze to come on in. As a called strike here makes it 2-1. Bit of a hot one. Allegedly, it was only 85, but the feel was a little different. Here's a swing and a flare out to center field. Breaking in on it is going to be Harden. He will make the catch. And the first out of the inning is recorded. Chinsky goes down on the soft fly ball. And with one gone, Braden Blackford will stand in. So a nice job there by Cherry. He gets the leadoff man as he retires Kaczynski. And now here comes Braden Blackford, the 3rd baseman. He walked on 4 pitches his first time up, was stranded on second base. As the left-hander waits, the first offering is going to be in the dirt. Unable to pick it was Lozano. It's 1-0. Blackford bats from the left side, a very open stance as he waves the bat above his head. Closes off as the pitcher makes his delivery. Cherry does right here, and it's going to be a called strike at the knees. Evens things up at 1-1. Blackford, 6 foot, 200 pounds, hails from Peoria, Illinois. Trying to make a name for himself here as he's trying to get his team going. He swings and misses. A beautiful changeup there from the right-hander, breaking down and away from Blackford. And just like that, it's 1-2. Derek Cherry out there on the mound. His teal, yeah, some might say a sky blue glove, glistens in the lower light as he kicks and deals, and outside with the breaking ball there. Non-competitive pitch, an easy take for Blackford. It's 2-2. Braden trying to set the table here with one gone. The second inning where the High Wheelers did get a run. Only real action they've had. Here's a swing and a miss and another changeup down and away. Blocked by Lozano. He will pick it up and throws on to first in time for out number 2. Great job there by Lozano. Keeps that one in front. And I like the double down there. You got to swing and miss the changeup. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He goes right back to it a little further out of the zone. And again, he gets Blackford to chase back-to-back pitches. And now another lefty, and Tanner Smith will stand in. First pitch from Cherry, a fastball fouled off. 0-1. With the strikeout there of Blackford gives Derek Cherry 5 on the outing through 3 2/3 innings of work. His 0-1 going to be just a bit low with a little two-seam fastball there. Doesn't get the chase from Smith. It's 1-1. Again, we got a full house here tonight. Sold-out crowd for the Ballers' home opener. They spent the first 2 weeks on the road as his fastball misses outside. Now 2-1. And a phenomenal homecoming. And what a reception for this team as the community comes out. We got people on fire trucks sitting out in left center field. The stadium is packed. The Let's Go Oakland chants have been ringing all day as a fastball is fouled back out of play. It's 2-2. The community coming out and showing their support for this ball club, who's been doing some good work on the road. Again, the first 2 weeks they spent away from home out in Colorado. They go 7-5 on the road trip. They've won their last 5 games coming into tonight. 4 games, excuse me, coming in tonight as this pitch misses downstairs. Now the count's going to run full 3-2. Big payoff pitch for Cherry here. Doesn't want to give up the free pass. He'll kick and deal. The 3-2 offering from the right-hander. A fastball just a bit inside. A borderline pitch doesn't go his way. And a free pass to Tanner Smith as the right fielder will take his base. 2 gone in the inning, and the 8th hitter in the order, the designated hitter, Kirkland Banks, will stand in. He's got the lone RBI so far for Yolo here tonight, a single in his first at-bat in the second, plated Sam Kaczynski, who reached on a walk, advanced to second base on a wild pitch. So far, the only run for the High Wheelers to date as this fastball buzzes the tower a bit up and in, and dancing out of the way is Banks. It's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here to the right-handed hitting designated hitter. He swings and misses there, taking a little bit off. That slider there was Cherry. It's 1-1. Kirkland Banks, 5'10", 177 pounds, out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Pitch on the way to the right-hander here. Nice block by Lozano as he bodies that one up. It's 2 balls and a strike. No action in either pen so far as we dip into the 4th inning of work. Cherry's been having himself a pretty good night so far. He's been fairly economical. He's allowed just 2 hits on the evening to date as he works from the stretch here. Runner not going. Fastball is going to be fouled on the third base line. This one trickles up against the side walling there, and now it is again 2-2. So far this game, though the Ballers do lead, a contest that Yolo has kind of wanted. It's been low scoring so far. They have not been running up the scoreboard in their first 2 weeks of action. Runner goes here, breaking ball fouled back out of play. Goes right up over our heads here in the booth, and that's going to make it onto the street. Someone's going to find a souvenir sitting under their car when they go home after this one. And once again, we'll do the 2-2. Runner Tanner Smith will have to return to the first base bag as the shadows continue to engulf the field here. Now all of right field, second base side of the infield taken over by shadows. They're just getting to the third base bag. People down the third base line hoping for that relief from the sun. It's coming soon as another 2-2 on the way. Fastball, this one's going to be popped up, shallow right field. Coming on is going to be Davis. He will make the catch, and the inning is over. He tosses that one into the flooded stands, and the Ballers hold on to the lead they came into the inning with. It's still 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Oakland looking to break away when we come back. You're listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
As we welcome you back inside the booth here at Raimondi Ballpark, home opening day for the Ballers. I'm Davis Ellington. To my left, Tyler Peterson. To my right on the scoreboard, Booney. He's rocking and rolling. Yes, one name like Cher, Madonna, Prince, you name it. That is him. He's a rock star. One and the same as we go to the home half of the 4th inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Ballers, and it's the man who's responsible for the 2 runs on the board right now for Oakland. Dondre Hubbard going to stand in. He got this park jumping. A 2-run no-doubter in the home half of the 1st inning. Got all 41,000 people in attendance. Yes, that is an official 41,000 fans in the stands here for opening night. A sellout crowd on this inaugural day of baseball here at Raimondi Park for the Oakland Ballers. First pitch in there for a called strike to Dondre Hubbard. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way, a big swing and a miss by the designated hitter. It's 0-2. Hubbard trying to leave the yard once again. That is what he does. His team leading third home run of the season in the home half of the first. Now he trails 0-2. Pitch inside, a little broken bat. Soft roller toward third, barehanded there by Blackford. Throw across the diamond. It's going to pull the first baseman off the bag, Kaczynski, but he makes the tag, and Hubbard retired on the 5-3 putout. One away brings up Noah Martinez. An athletic play there by first baseman Kaczynski as he had to vacate the bag. Hubbard runs pretty well for a power hitter. He was making his way down the line. A nice play by Blackford to barehand that ball. Had a lot of English on it with a broken bat. And they're able to retire the dangerous Hunter. Now the Hubbard, now the standing in. Noah Martinez, the big first baseman, batting from the left side, watches a fastball in the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 on the way, a changeup cut on and missed as Martinez out in front of that one, and just like that, it's quickly 0-2. Martinez, 6'5", 235 pounds, standing in the left-handed batter's box. Hails from New Milford, Connecticut. As he swings and misses here, and on 3 pitches, the Ballers' first baseman is retired. So a ground out and a strikeout here for 2 very dangerous Ballers hitters, as Cameron Rapetti trying to match the blank slate in the top of the inning, pitched by Derek Cherry. He's 2/3 of the way there as he now has to deal with Trevor Halsema. As he fires an opening strike, Halsema watches it go by, 0-1. Trevor, a .378 average on the season. A pair of blasts as well for him. As the right-hander swings and pops this one foul, going to be out of play. 0-2. There's a soccer or football currently being used for soccer field out beyond our right field bleachers, and that ball's going to land just around the corner of the action there as this pitch misses outside, 1-2. Raimondi Ballpark tucked in here in Oakland. A beautiful setting for this Pioneer club, looking to make a name for themselves right out of the gate as a breaking ball misses high. And Rapetti has now evened the count up 2-2 with a couple of pitches that just missed the zone. Halsema looking to find his way aboard. The catcher, Tyler Lozano, waits in the on-deck circle. Rapetti toes the rubber, now kicks and deals. The right-hander's offering a breaking ball. Swung popped up, shallow right field. Coming in a couple of steps is going to be Smith. He's camped under it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. No runners left on base. A strikeout for Rapetti. That matches him with Cherry with 5. We will go to the top of the 5th. 2-1, still our score. Ballers in front. You're listening to Oakland Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
To the top of the 5th inning we head. Davis Ellington and Tyler Peterson along for the ride with you. For also, if you want a little video to go along with the ball game, Derek Cherry is going to be back on the mound. The blue glove of the right-hander will be seen once again as he works here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 our score. All damage done in the early going. A 2-run shot by Dondre Hubbard for the Ballers in the home half of the first was answered by 1 run by the High Wheelers in the top of the 2nd inning as they manufactured one. And since then, we've seen a lot of bagels on the scoreboard. 3rd inning and 4th inning not proving productive for either offense in ways of pushing runs across. And the 1-run contest moves to the top of the 5th inning. 9-1-2 due up for the High Wheelers. Angel Mendoza going to dig in. He's going to show bunt. He's going to drop one down, and it is a beaut down the third base line. All they can do is watch it. Avoiding it is Brad Burkell, and that ball is going to just, and I mean just, roll foul. That ball was bunted about as well as you could ever ask a drag bunt to be put down. It was rolling right along the dirt. The only mistake is that it rolled up against the trimming of the grass between where the grass ends as it transitions into dirt. It kicked off that grass, and it's a pretty harsh lip down the third base line. It kicked off of it, it had some steam, and it just leaked foul. Great job by Burkell to jump out of the way of it, and it's 0-1. Pitch now cut on and missed. A long walk back for Mendoza. He took his time, and he should have after hustling down the line, and now he finds himself down in the count, 0-2. So a little small ball here from the High Wheelers. They know it's going to be a tight game. It's been so far. Trying to get their leadoff man aboard. He's now going to have to do it down in the count 0-2 as Derek Cherry looking to put the leadoff man away once again. He's going to miss down and away. Slider a bit wide there, 1-2. We talked about how this game is going the High Wheelers' way, though they do trail in the score column. We'll get into that in just a second, talking about tendencies for these two ball clubs in the early going, as the fastball is going to be just trickled foul at the plate, 1-2. High Wheelers, though they've only played 9 games, have been leaning on their pitching and defense. Opponents are averaging just 5.5 runs a game against them. That's good enough for second in the league. Their team ERA of 5.14 ranks third right now in the Pioneer League. As the pitch from Cherry's going to be swung on. It's going to be missed, but it's in the dirt. Kicks away from Lozano. He's got it. Fires on the first just in time. Some fancy footwork by Martinez to get to the outside side of the bag. Receives the throw. Leadoff man is gone. Mendoza strikes out swinging. Give Derek Cherry 6 on the night. As the lineup turns over once again, Braylon Skinner going to step to the plate for his third time seeing the right-hander on the hill. The Ballers, on the other hand, have been fueled by their offense. They had football-like scores in their last series almost each and every night. As the opening pitch to the left-hander Skinner is going to be popped foul. This one's going to reach the seats out of play. 0-1. The Ballers averaging 9.8 runs per game, good enough for 4th in the league here in the Pioneer League in the early going. Their team batting average of .335, also good enough for 4th in the league, and they are tied for 3rd in the Pioneer League with 104 runs batted in already this season. Here's a dribbler down the first base line. This one's also going to kick foul. Martinez will pick it up in foul territory, and the count will move to 0-2. Both teams have been pretty solid on defense so far in the early goings of the season. High Wheelers at .988 fielding percentage, tops in the Pioneer League. The Ballers at .968 sit at 3rd, just behind them. So Ballers have been relying on running that score up. Yolo, their game so far this season has been keeping the game close and edging out 1-run victories. They're comfortable in this spot with a close game as this fastball misses outside. Take there by Skinner. It's 1-2. The Ballers have this big home crowd here tonight. They're going to try to get that energy going once again, trying to continue to plate some runs. This fastball misses down and in. Count runs even at 2-2. Cherry shakes a couple times, now has the sign he wants from Lozano. The 2-2 on the way, kicking a deal, and a fastball tap foul will do it again. Braylon Skinner so far tonight, he's singled in the first. Ended up being a victim of a 6-4-3 double play off the bat of Braylon Marine right behind him. Is now the 2-2 again on the way. Fastball, can I help you, Mr. Skinner? Nah, just looking. A window shopper for Derek Cherry, and that is strikeout number 7 on the night for the right-hander. Back-to-back Ks here in the top of the 5th inning. And Cherry is rolling for the Ballers right now with 2 away. He's got Braylon Marine coming up. Right-handed hitter standing tall, slightly open stance as the first pitch. It's going to graze the top of the zone. 0-1. The shortstop on the night grounded into that 6-4-3 double play. He was hit in the back. It was a 9-pitch at bat. And on a 1-2 count, he wore a fastball between the shoulder blades. And he took offense to it. He was not a fan. Personally, if I'm down on the count 1-2 to a guy who's cruising, I'm very happy to get a little bruise and to get that on-base percentage up. Instead, he's down on the count 0-2 after a swing and a miss. Here's a pop-up on the infield, a jam shot. Camping under it is going to be a second baseman, Cavino. He will make the catch. Shaded as the sun has gone down, doesn't have to battle it. And just like that, a 1-2-3 inning for Derek Cherry. And we have reached the halfway point of this ball game. To the home half of the 5th we go, 2-1 Ballers lead. You're listening to Oakland Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
To the bottom of the 5th inning we go, halfway home in this one. The Ballers trying to give this sellout crowd of 4,100 strong something to write home about. They lead this game 2-1, and they're trying to add on here in the home half of the 5th inning. It's going to be 7, 8, 9 due up, Davis Ellington, and to my left, the man who does it all, Tyler Peterson, wiping sweat from his brow. It's been a hot one here today. Ballers trying to get those bats hot as they work here the home half of the 5th inning. Cameron Rapetti on the hill. First pitch swinging is Lozano. Slow roller over to short. Fielded and thrown onto first in time. Nice play there. 6-3. Lozano is retired. So one pitch, one gone here for the Ballers offense. It's going to bring up Dan Cavino, the second baseman. Cavino, a 6-3 ground out his first time up. Left-hander will stand in here trying to get something going. Again, the Ballers, a team that has been relying on blowing out their competition in a tight one here so far. Ballers have won a couple close games this season, but if you look at our box scores from last week, we did not go under scoring 10-plus runs in any game. So this team likes to run it up, and that offense trying to get going. This home crowd looking for just that as a couple pitches miss the zone. It's 2-0 to Dan Cavino. 2-0 on the way from Rapetti. A breaking ball here. Misses down and in. 3 balls and no strikes. Cavino trying to find his way aboard. Brad Burkell, the 9-hitter. He waits on deck. 3-0 offering. Taking all the way is Cavino. It's right down the middle, and now the at-bat will resume. 3-1. Cavino, the take sign there from skipper Micah Franklin. Now going to be swinging away here. He does just that, but comes up empty on the offering. It's 3-2. Good pitch there. Rapetti, he goes fastball, then he takes a little off, drops that pitch out of the zone, gets the swing. Now the 3-2 on the way. One more time with a changeup and a swing and a miss by Cavino. He's down on strikes for out number 2. So far, a pitcher's duel. Cameron Rapetti, Derek Cherry. They're going inning for inning, blow for blow with one another. And right now, it's Cameron Rapetti's turn to try to put up another 0. 9-hitter Brad Burkell hopefully has something to say about it as he steps in. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Derek Cherry got a pair of strikeouts last inning to get him ahead in the strikeout contest here. Rapetti trying to even up with him if he can get one more punch out. He misses down and away with the ball 1-1. Top of the order, and Austin Davis waits on deck. Pitch on the way to Burkell is swung, lifted high to right field. It's going to stay in the yard. Camping under it is Tanner Smith, and he will make the catch as that cool Oakland air starting to roll in. And a victim is Brad Burkell. So nothing doing. 3 up, 3 down go the Ballers. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Still 2-1 Oakland leads. You're listening to Oakland Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
go.
To the top of the 6th inning we go at Raimondi Ballpark. We have a nail-biter so far through 5. It's 2-1. Oakland leads. Davis Ellington to my left. Tyler Peterson to my right. He needs no mention. Booney on the scoreboard. He's rocking and rolling. And we're into the top of the 6th. Derek Cherry on the mound still. The right-hander kicks and deals in an open offering strike to get things going against the 3-hitter, Bobby Leday. It's going to be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the High Wheelers here as they're looking to pull even with this Ballers Ball Club. The 0-1, Swan lifted high to right center field. Chasing this one back is going to be Davis. He's on the track. He'll make the catch as he gets under that one in time. And the dangerous Leday is out number 1. Big out to start the inning here for Derek Cherry. And he's a guy for the Ballers coming tonight, hailing from McNeese State as well as University of Houston. So far this season, he's got a 1-0 record with a 2 ERA over 9 innings pitched. Tonight, just his 2nd start of the season, and it's been a good one so far as he works here with one away in the 6th. First offering on the way, Swan fouled straight back. Jose Gonzalez at the plate, wasting no time, going right after the first offering. Just a bit tardy there. It's 0-1. Cherry rocks and deals. The right-hander inside, and that's going to scare Jose Gonzalez a bit as he loses his footing, gets out of the way of that one somehow. That one was destined for his right hip, but it caroms to the backstop here, and now the count even at a ball on the strike. Some action in the bullpens for both teams. Abraham De Leon up and throwing, the right-hander for the Ballers. We could see him in the 7th. There's a swing and a high fly ball to center field, and it just might look like this game is tied. Indeed it is. A solo shot for Jose Gonzalez. Not too much doubt left in that one as his home run will tie the game at 2-2. So finally a mistake for Cherry, a guy who's been rolling tonight. That's just the 3rd hit he's given up in this ball game, and it's a big one. A loud solo shot to dead center field. And the High Wheelers pull even, 2-2. Crowd not a fan of it. They're going to let Gonzalez know as he rounds the bases, and that's going to bring out Micah Franklin. That could be the night for Derek Cherry. He has 7 strikeouts. He was rolling, just one mistake there. That pitch catches a little too much of the white of the plate, and that will spell the end of the evening for the right-hander. So he will leave after 5 1/3. He leaves to applause from this sellout crowd, and now Abraham De Leon is going to be called in from the bullpen. De Leon, a right-hander, 5'10", 180 pounds, out of Houston, Texas. It's going to be tasked with keeping this game where it is, a 2-2 contest, as this sellout crowd looking for a quick end here to the top of the 6th inning. The Firefighters have not left, by the way, and I appreciate them. As we're going to go to a break here, we'll come back with De Leon. You're listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
One, go.
To the top of the 6th inning, Abraham De Leon still warming up here as the right-hander out of Houston. He's got some fans in attendance. I ran into a couple of his family friends down the left field line as they're probably happy, A, for Abraham to come into this ball game, but B, because the sun has gone down and they are finally in the shade and can probably relax as that temperature now dropping all over the ballpark Encased in shadows is Raimondi. Nice shade has fallen over this sellout crowd as De Leon toes the rubber. A couple warm-up pitches left for the right-hander, as he's going to be greeted by Sam Kaczynski, the first baseman for the High Wheelers. Kaczynski, a walk and scored a run in the second inning, flew out his last time up to begin the fourth. The final line on Derek Cherry, a great night for the right-hander, just maybe one pitch too many. He goes 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 4, but he struck out 7. He leaves with the game in question at 2-2. And De Leon going to look to put an end to this 6th inning. With 1 away, Kaczynski, the first baseman, will stand in. As De Leon settles in, Lozano organizes his defense, and we're ready for baseball once again. Kaczynski from the right side waits as De Leon now climbs the hill, and he'll look to do battle. Abraham working from the stretch, no windup needed. He kicks and deals his opening offering up and in for a ball, 1-0. 2-2 our score. A couple long balls, one for either side here tonight. As a fastball finds the outside corner here. It's 1-1. Dondre Hubbard is all the offense right now for Oakland. His 2-run home run in the first inning. The only runs to cross the plate for the Ballers so far. Here's a curveball, and it's going to be smoked into left field, over the head, and out of the ballpark on a line. A solo shot for Sam Kaczynski, and the High Wheelers go back-to-back to take a 3-2 lead. A hanging breaking ball there from De Leon was middle in and up. Kaczynski doesn't miss it. And a solo shot there, a frozen rope right at our friendly Oakland Fire Department, as it just misses their truck, and it's 3-2. As the ball's been thrown back into play, as it's going to be settled just behind Miles Jefferson. He's going to have to go out there and get it. Pretty decent arm from a fan out there, throwing it all the way in. But we don't encourage it. We don't want play interrupted in that manner, but maybe they missed the tryout and they wanted to show off the cannon. I get it. First pitch on the way to the left-hander here. Braden Blackford misses outside, 1-0. So now a big test for Abraham De Leon. He's got to settle back in. A little bit of a cement mixer there and gets rocked for it. Now going to reset. Still got 2 outs to get here in the inning. Fastball misses high, and it's quickly 2-0 to the third baseman, Braden Blackford. Blackford, a walk in the second. He was stranded, struck out swinging back in the fourth. He's one of many happy to see Derek Cherry not out there on the hill as he swings and fouls a fastball back. 2 balls and a strike here to the third baseman. High Wheelers have taken their first lead of the ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. They got 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. The Ballers have been stymied by Cameron Rapetti, just 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors in the field as this fastball is going to brush back Braden Blackford, and now the count moves to 3-1. Blackford and Smith still due up here with 1 gone in the top of the 6th inning. Oakland trying to get out with just the damage done, and the 3-1 fastball misses down for ball 4, and Blackford draws a walk, and Abraham De Leon having a rough go with the first couple batters he's seen coming out of the pen. He's got some family in the stands. He's also got a sold-out crowd, so no absence of pressure here for really any of the Ballers. You want to put on a great show for your home crowd, and plenty of time to do so. Just got to find a couple of outs here in the top of the 6th inning. It's the first offering. A fastball paints the black there. As Tanner Smith, all he's going to do is watch that one go by. Well-executed opening offering from Abraham De Leon. He gets ahead of the back in standing is Blackford. Smith, another left-handed hitter. 0 for 1 with a strikeout here tonight. He walked his last time up in the 4th. The 0-1 offering on the way, a big bender, no hanger there, and that one is some sharp altitude drop there from De Leon. He finds the zone, 0-2. Way ahead now is the right-hander. Decent lead from Blackford, not running. The 0-2 fastball tap back toward the mound. It's going to be off the glove of De Leon. He wanted to go to second, but couldn't field it cleanly, and wisely able to put the brakes on, throws to first in time. and that's a big out number 2. So Blackford advances. You had the chance for a double play there, but that ball took a little bit extra on the hop getting to De Leon. He couldn't glove it cleanly, but does well to knock it down. Thought about going to second. Nice job by Lozano, the catcher, able to vocalize where he wants the play to go. De Leon throws it over to first where Martinez was waiting, and now with 2 away, the designated hitter, Kirkland Banks, stands in with a very big run at second base. First pitch on the way is going to be swung on, popped up, right field playable. Davis is going to come in a couple of steps toward the line, still making his way, and he makes the catch. Inning over, damage done, a couple of solo shots for the Yolo High Wheelers. It's 3-2, Oakland looking to retaliate. When we come back in the bottom of the 6th inning, you're listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
Home half of the 6th inning, and top of the order due up for the Ballers. Davis Ellington. To my left, Tyler Peterson, one of the architects of this Oakland Ballers team, as they look to make it a comeback night here tonight. 3-2 our score. A pair of solo shots for the High Wheelers. The difference in this ball game, top of the 6th inning, it was Gonzalez and Kaczynski going back-to-back. First time High Wheelers have done that all season long. For both those guys, their first professional home runs of their careers. Unfortunate it had to happen here at Raimondi Ballpark, but Ballers going to look to rally back here. They trail by just a run. Top of the order, Davis, Harden, and Jefferson due up for Oakland. These are the guys you want coming up. You want to get the crowd back into this ball game. You're looking for a stick right here. Cameron Rapetti back out on the hill, and a fastball just a bit high, missing the top of the zone there. It's 1-0. Davis tonight 0 for 1, a strikeout in the first, a walk in the third, as he watches a breaking ball miss down and away in the dirt. 2-0. Austin's been a catalyst for this offense. That's why he's moved up into the leadoff spot here tonight for skipper Micah Franklin, as this fastball misses outside, and he's way ahead, 3-0. Now the 3-0 offering, a fastball from Rapetti outside. He thought he might have had the corner. He does not. A 4-pitch walk to Austin Davis, his second free pass of the ball game. And it's a big one here. A leadoff walk for the Ballers at the top of the order is going to bring up Peyton Harden, who's got plenty of speed in his own right. The left-hander is going to dig in. Davis now at the bag at first, and Rapetti into the stretch. Action in the bullpen for both squads. High Wheelers, no one up and throwing, but a couple of guys starting to stretch. Here's a bunt by Harden. It's a good one. He pushes it past the third baseman, who is crashing, and it's going to be an infield single. A little Juan Pierre action. There's a reference for you from the early 2000s. A beautiful bunt there by Peyton Harden. That's one you do in practice to show off to your friends, and then you do it in the game, and everyone's got to give you props when you get into the dugout. He pushed that bunt down between the third baseman and the pitcher's mound. Blackford, the third baseman for the High Wheelers, was sprinting in once he saw Harden square, and he pushed it between him and the mound went right past him, and he could have walked to first. And now it's first and second, nobody out for Miles Jefferson. First pitch, a curveball ripped down the third base line. It's going to be just foul as it just hooks, and runners have not learned. Peyton Harden is going to finally put the brakes on. My goodness, we need to turn up the volume on these umpires as neither runner could hear him. It was a foul ball. It missed by about a foot. It was close though. Jefferson got a hanging curveball inside, and he was almost able to rip it for a double. So 0-1 here. It's Miles Jefferson. Again, we talked about him earlier in this contest. A .426 average coming into tonight. He's been quiet. A couple of ground outs to the first baseman on his ledger so far, and a big spot here as the crowd is getting into it. The 0-1 now from Repetti, a big lead, and now a pick back to second, and it's going to be in time to get Davis. And a huge base running mistake. Austin Davis got a little too happy feet there. He was dancing off the bag. Repetti lifted his leg, spun over for a quick pick to second, and they're just able to get the base runner. And that's going to take the air out of the crowd here a bit. It's now Harden, quick pick over to him, and he's back in time. First and second, nobody out, has turned into runner on first and one out here. And a 1-1 count on the batter, Miles Jefferson. Another curveball a bit inside, and Jefferson a good job to lay off there. 2 balls and a strike. Excuse me, 1-1. Booney's got me over here. That's why he only has one name. Pitch on the way, a fastball, big swing and a miss. Jefferson loses his footing there. He's sold out for that one, just a little underneath the high heater. It's 1-2. Harden always a threat to steal over there at first base. Jefferson going to collect himself. This is one of those innings that just feels like a big inning in the bottom of the 6th. You've set the table a bit for the middle of your order. Unfortunate break on the pickoff. Now you're trying to make something out of this inning despite the setback. Fastball missing outside is going to run the count even at 2-2. Jefferson, a disciplined hitter at the plate. He's got the big bashing Dondre Hubbard waiting behind him. Repetti sets at the belt, kicks and deals. Fastball's going to be lifted over the shortstop for a base hit. Harden's thinking third. He's going to throw on the brakes as a quick throw back over to second, not in time. Left fielder Gonzalez tries to get fancy there, trying to backpick Harden as the ball comes back into play. And it's first and second. So Miles Jefferson adds to that phenomenal average. A single for him, the second Ballers hit of the inning as he lifted that one over the leaping shortstop. And Dondre Hubbard is going to take a turn here, and this is going to be one of the bigger at-bats of this ball game right here. And time going to be called. Pitching coach for the High Wheelers going to come out. Jerome Williams going to have a talk with Cameron Repetti. They got action in the bullpen. Do the High Wheelers as Jack Lazaski getting loose, the right-hander, 6'1", 200 out of Elk Grove, California. Up and throwing. As for those that maybe don't come up with pitching regiments for their day-to-day job, we can let you know it's early in the season, so seeing a starter get this deep into a ball game is not very common at this stage. Normally these guys are still getting into the game shape, getting that arm, getting that stamina set for the long season to come. So Repetti working here in the bottom of the 6th inning, is safe to say he might be pushing it a little bit. And he's got a big at-bat against Hubbard, so a smart job by Williams there. He comes out, calms down his pitcher, and he's going to let him go here. They're going to trust their starter, or the High Wheelers. Hubbard's already gotten him tonight for a 2-run blast. You have Harden at second, Jefferson at first, one away here in the inning. Oakland has action in their pen as well. Number 28, Jake Dahl getting loose. From the stretch, first offering here. A fastball going to be low, 1-0. So Hubbard watches that one miss in the dirt. Ahead in the count, a ball and no strikes. The Let's Go Oakland chants start. That's not going to get old this season. Hubbard, the big right-handed hitter, waits, bat rested on his shoulder, now flicks it up, ready to go. And he's gonna take another pitch inside for a ball, 2-0. Dondre, 6 foot, 230, out of Houston, Texas. Wide stance for the right-handed hitter. He is in the driver's seat, 2-0. Swings, he hits a ground ball towards third weakly. Blackford's gonna step on the bag, throws across the diamond, scoop by the first baseman, not in time. Hubbard beats it out. He got jammed on a 2-0 swing, probably not the ball he wanted to go after there. Tried to lift it, ball jammed, that pitch jammed him. It was a weak grounder to Blackford, who made the right play. He touched his bag at third, threw it across the diamond. A nice pick there by Kaczynski, but not in time as Dondre Hubbard, a bang-bang play, beats it out. And once again, skipper for the High Wheelers, Billy Horton, he's really getting a lot of FaceTime with the umpires tonight. He's having a little chat over there with Ron Adams, our first base umpire, and he's going to be content with what he heard. He's going to make his way back to the dugout. And it's going to be first and second now with 2 away, and Noah Martinez a chance. Martinez, a tough night so far, a couple of strikeouts for the left-hander, but all that will be forgotten with one swing of the bat right here. First pitch to Martinez, well outside, 1-0. Martinez, left-handed hitter, rests the bat on his shoulder, now kicks it up. It's the 1-0 offering, misses outside, and again, he is in the driver's seat, 2-0. Hubbard was in this spot, got jammed on an inside fastball. We'll see what Martinez's approach is. Ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Rapetti kicks, deals. This fastball's gonna just catch the outside corner, 2-1. Could have gone either way there, and it goes to the pitchers. 2 balls and a strike to Noah Martinez. Ballers looking for offense. Hits even at 4 apiece tonight, but Yolo in the driver's seat, 3-2 our score. High Wheelers in front. As this pitch gonna miss just below the knees. It had the plate, but not the altitude. 3 balls and a strike, and this crowd is gonna get loud. A hitter's count for Noah Martinez. We play in the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-2 our score. Oakland trying to pull even with Yolo, if not jump on top once again. 3-1 offering, outside, not close, an easy walk there. Martinez is aboard, the bases are loaded. Second walk of the inning for Cameron Rapetti, and he is going to stay out there. And they're going to give him a chance to get out of this inning. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Trevor Halsema is going to step to the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He singled in the 2nd, flew out in the 4th. A righty-on-righty matchup here as working from the windup is Rapetti. First pitch, just going to catch the inside corner. Some off-speed there, and he jumps ahead. 0-1. Crowd doesn't like it. Halsema going to look to battle back. Quick working Rapetti. Same pitch, same spot, same result. And just like that, Halsema watches 2 strikes go right by him. 0-2 here. A single will definitely tie this game, could take the lead. The 0-2 on the way. Fastball gonna be a called strike 3, a delayed one at that. And on 3 pitches, Halsema, all he did was watch, and the inning is over. The Ballers leave the bases loaded, and we go to the back third of this ball game. Yolo leads 3-2. You're listening to Oakland Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. back third of this ball game. Davis Ellington to my left, Tyler Peterson along for the ride with you. It's been a back and forth affair. The long ball, the story of this game so far. Yolo, a pair of solo shots in the 6th inning is the difference right now. It's 3-2, High Wheelers advantage, and a new man on the mound for the Oakland Ballers is going to be number 28, Jake Daly, as he's going to take over for Abraham De Leon. De Leon, the right-hander, 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a pair of solo shots, 2 runs against him, 1 walk, no strikeouts as he exits. And now it's going to be up to Daly to keep the game where it is. Jake coming on as he occupies some serious space on the rubber, standing at 6'5", 250 out of Tremonton, Utah. Coming out in front of this sellout crowd, trying to keep the Ballers' deficit at just 1. He'll be greeted by the 9, 1, and 2 hitters here in the order. It's going to be Mendoza, Skinner, and Marine due up as Daly goes for a stroll around the rubber, gets the ball from his third baseman, Burkell, and he's going to get ready to rock and roll. Lozano grooms the area behind home plate, and we're ready for baseball. With the sun going down, twilight upon us, the lights are on at Raimondi Field, and this is the place to be right now. It's a beautiful Oakland evening, and right now the Ballers looking for some comeback magic here in the bottom third of this one. Not one person has left this ballpark. I don't expect they will. With a great game on hand, first pitch swinging a high fly ball to left field off the bat of Mendoza. Looking up is Halsema. He's going to watch it go, and first pitch, Jake Daly, welcome to the game with a solo shot from the catcher Mendoza, his first hit of the contest. And the High Wheelers double their advantage. It's now 4-2. So script is flipped a bit here in this one. Coming into the contest, Yolo was not known for their home runs, just 2 home runs on the season through their first 9 games. They have 3 here tonight, all of the solo variety. Meanwhile, it's been the Ballers with 10 home runs on the season that have been living by the long ball. As the first pitch from Jake, a bit outside, squaring to bunt was Skinner. He watches it for a ball, 1-0. Good thing about a solo shot to begin the inning, if you're Jake Daly, you can just reset, get back to work. Daly even with the count here, 1-1. As he rocks and deals the right-hander out of the windup. Misses just a shade low and falls behind, 2-1. Left-handed hitting Skinner waits, the 2-1 count in his favor. He's gonna watch this one outside, and it moves to 3 balls and a strike. Left-handed hitter, slightly open stance. As Daly deals with him here. Rocking now is the right-hander. Pitch on the way, fastball brushes him back a little high and tight. And a free pass puts Skinner aboard, bringing up Braylon Marine, the shortstop. So a home run and a free pass, same way that reliever Abraham De Leon entered the ball game back in the 6th inning. He was able to settle down and get out of the frame unscathed thereafter. Looking for Jake Daly here to do more of the same. As Marine, a right-hand hitter, stands in, runner not going. Fastball catches the outside corner there, 0-1. Braylon Marine, 6'2", 205, the shortstop out of Freeport, New York. His 4th at-bat of this contest as he has a very upright stance awaiting the offering, but first a pick over to first base, and Skinner back in time. Marine, he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the top of the 1st inning, hit by a pitch in the 3rd, popped out to the second baseman Cavino his last time up in the 5th. Runner doesn't go. Here's a comeback onto the mound. Daly's got it, throws to second, it's gonna pull him off the bag, and everyone's gonna be safe. Tried for the double play, a nice instinct there by the pitcher Daly. Throw a little wide, pulls Covino off the bag. It's gonna be a fielder's choice E1 there. Runners on first and second after the first error of the ball game by either side. Brings up Bobby Leday here with the runners with 2 aboard and nobody out. Shows bunt, does Leday takes the fastball high, 1-0. Ballers need to find a way to stop the bleeding here. Top of the 7th. As we play, it's a 2-run game right now. 4-2, Yolo leads. High Wheelers 4 runs on 5 hits inning, trying to keep the deficit where it is. Daly, a good job there to find the zone with a fastball. It's 1-1. Leday, the 3-hitter in this order. He's been quiet so far tonight, 0 for 3 as he stands in here. From the stretch, another bunt. This one's going to be gotten. He's going to get it down right back to the pitcher. Daly's going to have to bounce off the mound in the throw on the way, not quite in time, and the bases are going to be loaded. So a bunt single there. It's going to load the bases with nobody out for Jose Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter, and Jake Daly, that is, finds himself in a bit of trouble here in the top of the 7th inning. 1 run already in for the High Wheelers. Looks like Oakland's going to play this. They're going to bring everyone in. They got the corners in as they should. You would maybe trade the run here to roll a pair. It's only the top of the 7th. You got 3 more chances to hit. Second baseman Dan Cavino coming in about halfway, not quite on the grass. Now he's going to pinch up the middle a bit more. First pitch on the way, swung on, tapped down the first base line. This one going to roll foul as Martinez picks it up in the first base coach's box. 0-1. Cleanup man Jose Gonzalez. He had the solo home run in the 6th inning. That bumped Derek Cherry from the ball game and tied this one up at 2-2. Jake's offering a fastball here in there for a called strike, and he's way ahead, 0-2. Baller's gonna be hunting this strikeout right here. Try to set up a potential inning-ending double play scenario if you can get a big punch out of Gonzalez. Left-handed hitter waits, now ready's in the box. Daly sets, kicks, and deals. Breaking ball outside. Easy take there, 1-2. Oakland trying to keep this game within striking distance. High Wheelers looking for another crooked number here in the back half of this one. The 1-2 on the way from the right-hander. Fastball broken back, ground ball towards short. Jefferson has, he's gonna go second for 1. Throw on to first is not gonna be in time. 1 is all they will get. High Wheelers plate a base runner there. It's 5-2, 1 gone with runners at the corners.
Now batting, number 18, Sam Kaczynski.
This is going to bring up the first baseman, Sam Kaczynski. And if you're the Ballers here, you're looking for the exact same ball you just got off the bat of Gonzalez. Ground ball to your shortstop to try to bring this inning to a close. As Skinner scores, it's 5-2. A 3-run game as it stands here in the top of the 7th. Daly's first offering, fastball misses outside, 1-0. Kaczynski on the night. The solo home run his last time up in the 6th inning gave the Yolo squad that 3-2 advantage. A walk and a fly out on his ledger as well this evening. Daly still works from the stretch. Fastball grounded toward third. This could be 2. Burkell has it on to second for 1. Cavino on to first. In time, a double play. And the inning is over. 5-4-3 it goes. As we head to the 7th inning stretch in this one, Ballers looking for some offense. They trail by 3 when we come back. You are listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
Top of the 8th inning, Yolo leads 5-2. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM The Answer and back on our stream on Flow Sports. Thank you so much for listening to our radio simulcast. Blackford, Smith, and Banks, the first three in the order to face Dally, who gave up 2 runs in the previous inning. First pitch is down low. It's ball 1. One of those runs was unearned. Dally's next pitch to Gonzalez, that's high, 2-0. A home run to Angel Mendoza as the first man he faced out of the bullpen, and then walk, fielder's choice single, fielder's choice double play. Dally to the plate, that is low, 3-0. I peer into the Yolo bullpen, and I see a right-hander beginning to loosen, 34 for the High Wheelers. That's ball 4. On 4 pitches, fastball is high. 34 is Connor Langrell, 0-2 boy, which means he's still only 22 years old. That would be the youngest player on either team. So Blackford, the leadoff walk on 4 pitches. He has walked 3 times in this game. And Tanner Smith is the man at the plate. It's a ball high, and now Lozano wants to come out and talk to Dally. 5-2, Yolo leads, and throwing 5 straight balls to begin the inning is not exactly a winning formula. I see now a right-hander loosening in the Ballers bullpen. That's the big North Dakotan, Connor Richardson. Richardson picked up 2 wins in the Rocky Mountain Series. The 1-0 to the plate, that is off the plate on the sinker, 2-0. For Smith, he's 0 for 2 with a walk, strikeout, walk, and grounder back to the pitcher. A very experienced player in the Pac-12. He looks at a fastball right down the middle of the plate, 2-1. The all-time RBI leader at the University of Oregon. And that is no small feat. I believe he stayed 5 years, but even so. 2-1 the count to Smith with Blackford at first. The next pitch, that is off the plate. 3-1. These aren't way out there. These High Wheelers are just being very patient. Seven walks issued by Ballers pitching. Next pitch, a fastball at the knees. It was almost the 8th walk, but instead it's strike 2. No one out here in the top of the 8th. 5-2 Yolo leading. Dally set. Here comes the payoff. The runner bluffs, and it swung on and missed. Smith chased outside, and maybe he was just barely distracted by Braden Blackford, who shuffled and started and stopped. It's the first strikeout for Dally. There's 1 away. Here's Kirkland Banks, who had an RBI single in the 2nd inning. Other than that, he's had 2 medium deep flyouts to right. Dally looked to first. Now the first pitch, big curveball hit down the line and foul, just barely. Just barely foul. It kicked and then it sort of rolled, and it rolled past the bag. That would have been a run if that ball was fair. He just got a piece of the Dally curveball to begin the at-bat. So everybody's got to go back. Blackford has to make it all the way back from third base to first. 6 hits in the game for Yolo. Got their 5 runs with some help of Ballers pitching. 2 runners who scored, both were walks, but they hit 3 home runs themselves, so they got it of their own volition. Next pitch to Banks is high. 1-1 the counts. On deck is Mendoza, who hit the home run off Daly. So with Banks at the plate, Daly has now thrown to every man in the order. The 1-1 fastball low. DJ Petit, the home plate umpire, when he comes up, half the time you're not sure what he's going to do because he sort of takes a minute to shift the arm out. Now a 2-1 count. Daly throws. That's inside. It's 3-1. A lot of 3-ball counts for Jake Daly here. If he were to walk Kirkland Banks, I could see the Ballers making a change. Here comes the 3-1. Banks, a line drive to right field, and that is down for a base hit. A shallow line drive, and it's the second hit in the game for Banks. There's 2 men on with 1 man out. Up comes Angel Mendoza. I see Micah Franklin 1 step outside his dugout. So the question is, what will he do? Will he leave Daly? Will he go get him? I think he's going to go get him. Here comes Micah Franklin. And he's going to raise the arm. He wants Richardson. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. Connor Richardson in for the game. 5-2 Yolo. 2 men on, 1 man out here in the top of the 8th on 860 AM. The Answer. So go back to that fielder's choice play. The only thing we have to do is you can leave everything the same, but next to Skinner, just write UE. No, he's an RBI. Yeah, fielder's choice. It was on her.
10. Go.
Connor Richardson into the game. And he replaces Jake Daly. And as we said, he picked up a couple of wins in the Rocky Mountain Series. Jake Daly 1 1/3 innings. 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned. The error was his own. 2 walks and a strikeout. A 5-2 ball game, and honestly, much more of a baseball game than we've seen in the last week. The Ballers scored at least 10 runs in all of their games in Rocky Mountain, and the Vibes even put up 27 one game. So it's just nice to see a baseball score again, I suppose. 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors for Yolo. They played very well, and they have come to a hostile environment here in Oakland. Mendoza, 2 strikeouts and a home run. So Richardson to offer a different look. They're going to play behind the runners with 1 out. Richardson peeks into Lozano. He comes set. Here comes the first pitch. That's a fastball high. Mendoza's home run was his first. The next pitch from Richardson. That's past everyone. Look out. That is way wide. Way, way wide. And Lozano has to pick it up from near the Ballers dugout. If I could give that multiple wild pitches, I would, but it's only worth 1. So Blackford to third, Banks to second, and now Richardson has to pitch for the strikeout. It's 2-0. The next pitch, Mendoza, a high, deep drive down the left field line. Fair or foul? Foul. Wow. He got under that one. Richardson, don't throw that one again. Infield is in. The 2-1 pitch, that swung on and laced into center field, a base hit. This will be 1 run. Here comes the second right behind, and it's a 2-run single for Mendoza. It's 7-2.
Next up, number 5, Braylon Skinner.
Both Blackford and Banks score. So for Daly, you can close the book on him now. That's going to be 4 runs and 3 earned. 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and 2 in the 8th for Yolo to go along with their single run in the 2nd. Richardson's pitch is high. 1-0 to leadoff man Skinner, the center fielder. Set on the mound is Richardson again. The pitch to the plate, fastball is high. Another 2 spot for Yolo. And both these teams have come into this game with a winning record. The Ballers have won 4 straight. Next pitch, there's a strike. That's at risk right now. The Let's Go Oakland chance still very much there. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Skinner took a big hack on a challenge fastball. And now it's 2-2. Mendoza a short lead at first. Richardson set on the mound. Here's the next pitch. It's swung on to center field. Harden underneath it, and he squeezes it for out number 2. Two away now for Braylon Marine. Marine, an interesting night so far. Double play, hit by pitch, pop out, and fielder's choice. Not a ton to show for his night, 0 for 3. But a variety of outcomes with the bat. First pitch, swing and a miss. He's had a nice start to his season, came into the game hitting .387. 7-2 Yolo, 2 outs in the 8th. The runner is at first, that's Mendoza. Pitch is way outside, and Richardson's thrown a second wild pitch. Down to second goes Mendoza. So a little wildness from Richardson here. We haven't seen a ton of wild pitches by Ballers pitching. One and one. The next pitch swung on to right field. Davis over. He's coming in. He's into a trot, and he makes the catch. The inning is over, but it's 2 more runs for Yolo. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left on base. It's a big 2-run single from Angel Mendoza, who now has 3 runs batted in the game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be the top of the order. Davis, Harden, Jefferson needing to get something started against a new pitcher for Yolo. You're listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
Well, if you're watching our stream on Flow, I have no idea what's going on with that promotion. And for the listening audience, I will keep you in the dark because maybe it's better you don't know. We move on to the bottom of the 8th. Another new arm for Yolo. It's going to be Connor Langrell, who in 4 appearances and 6 innings has not given up a single run yet. No walks, 6 strikeouts, 3 hits in those 6 innings. He has a save. I mean, listen, Jack Zalaski, an inning and 3 strikeouts on 10 pitches. Thought maybe leave the guy in. But here's Langrell to pitch the 8th. The Ballers trail by 5 now. It's 7-2, Yolo leads. They will have, however, the top of their order with Austin Davis, Peyton Hardin, and Miles Jefferson to bat. And we saw quite a different number of comebacks in that series against the Vibes, albeit in much higher elevation. A whole mile and change above elevation, in fact. They came back from 7 in game 1. They came back from 8 in game 5. Well, they're down 5 here. Trying to get a win on opening night so far. It's setting up to be spoiled by the High Wheelers. Davis a strikeout and 2 walks. He's 0 for 1. He'll face off against Langrell. Langrell from Riverview, Florida, played for Williamsport in the draft league. First pitch to Davis. Swing and a miss.
Now batting number 21, Austin Davis.
A big breaking ball for strike 1. The next pitch on its way. Davis takes low. But when you're down 5, you want to get the leadoff man on. You only have 6 outs to play with. Davis has created some havoc on the base paths, but he's been picked off 1.5 times tonight. One which was a true pickoff. The second time which was something I've never really seen, which is just a redo. He was picked off, and in the middle of the pickle, the umpire, I guess, as Davis said, had an inadvertent whistle like in hockey and called fielder's interference. It wasn't. They decided the best thing to do is, hey, just start from what we had. And now Davis, badly fooled on an inside pitch. He swings and misses. It's 2-2. Langrell with great numbers to start so far. Davis back into the box. Set on the mound is Langrell. His pitch to the plate, swung on and missed. Boy, this Yolo staff so far K-ing most of this lineup. 2 strikeouts for Davis. The last 5 hitters for the Ballers have all struck out, and that's 11 on the night. Here's Peyton Hardin. The firefighters who were enjoying the game from left field, they send a few honks as they depart. And we send a couple salutes off to them. Here's Hardin, who takes a half swing. It's a called strike 1. Well, so far, Zalaski and Langrell and Rapetti, really, for most of this game, have fooled this Ballers offense. Next pitch is high and outside. It's ball 1. Langrell peering in. Now he comes set. Hardin ready at the plate. The next pitch, line drive, fouled on the left field line. A walk and a single for Hardin. He is also struck out. Only 2 members of this offense have not struck out. The next 2 men up, Jefferson and Hubbard. And Grell set once more. Here's the pitch. It swung on and missed. And whoa, Hardin, whatever that was, he never seen it before because he waved at it with one hand. And now there's 2 away in the 8th. Jefferson with 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch is outside. And now Mendoza wants a new ball. Next pitch, this is hit into the air into right. In is the right fielder, Smith. Puts it away. The inning is over. Once again, 1, 2, 3. This offense stagnant so far. No hits in the last 9 batters, and the last 7 retired in order. On to the 9th. Yolo 7, Ballers 2 on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
A 5th pitcher of the night for Oakland, it's Eric Waldachuk. Waldachuk, 6'4", 235 right-hander from San Diego, California, 24 years old. Last pitch for the State College Spikes with Derek Cherry and Peyton Hardin. This will be his 3rd Oakland appearance after joining the team in Colorado Springs. He pitched in the last game, 2/3 of an inning on Sunday. Hit, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Welcome back to our contest in Raimondi Park. 7-2, Yolo leads, spoiling opening night. That's not very nice. Waldachuk will face Bobby Leday, Jose Gonzalez, Sam Kaczynski. The right-hander from the windup throws, and it's a called strike high and outside on the fastball. Seven runs on 8 hits, no errors for Yolo. 2 runs on 4 hits and an error for Oakland. Next pitch is down low. That's ball 1. Leday on the day is 1 for 4. Strikeout, pop out, fly out, single. His at-bats in order. The 1-1, that bounces to the plate. 2-1 now. Leday wearing yellow spikes, which go with the High Wheelers' yellow and orange accents. The 2-1 pitch, Leday pops it up over the press box and probably back toward the main gate. I must say, this is not a press box built for foul balls. So not only are we beneath the net, but we can't even open the windows. We've got some screens, so the base will have to go through the screen for us to catch one. The 2-2 pitch, Leday swings and misses. He gets all the way through Lozano to the backstop. It's going to be a strikeout wild pitch, and Leday will reach. Now Gonzalez. The first pitch to him is swung on a miss. Took a big cut there. So Waldachuk picks up the strikeout. I wonder if that indeed bounced in front of Lozano. We'll take a look at that later. The next pitch, Gonzalez, sharply foul. Whoa, off the net. We got nets all the way down the right field line here at Raimondi, and almost all the way down the left field line. It droops slightly as we get down to it. And those nets then continue almost to center field from left and a little bit into right. Runner at first, an 0-2 count. No outs here in the top of the ninth. The pitch from Waldachuk is high. Haven't seen much in the way of the repertoire from Waldachuk on the off speed. He got Leday to chase something, and now Leday runs. The throw will not even be made as this ball is in the dirt. So this trip for Leday so far, 90 feet on a strikeout, another 90 feet on a stolen base. Two-two. Waldachuk throws, that's high and away. He did not look at the second base runner that time, and Leday got an awfully big jump. We'll go 3-2 now. Next pitch is outside. It's now 3-2. The count will go full on Gonzalez. Waldachuk needs this out. Here's the pitch. It's swung on, hit to deep left center field. Halsema back at the track. Goodbye. The second home run of the night for Jose Gonzalez. It's a 2-run home run. And it's a 9-2 game. And the Yolo High Wheelers have outslugged the Ballers. So now Kaczynski. Kaczynski has a home run of his own on the night. Waldachuk deals, and the first pitch is high. So it's a run from a man who struck out to lead off the inning. Swing, that's foul deeply away. I would say this crowd has maybe a fourth thinned out. Some folks have made their way toward the exits. It's still 9:20. So we have not played a full 3 hours yet, which is a very good sign for this game. Next pitch, breaking ball called, strike two. Next pitch is in the dirt, 2-2. Still no outs here in the top of the ninth. Wow, what a great hand of video poker. 2 in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Next pitch back to the screen, foul. 4 of a kind for Yolo. Also 9 runs on 9 hits. From the windup, the 2-2 from Waldachuk is down low, 3-2. A lot of 3-ball counts with Oakland pitchers tonight, and that is a problem. The payoff pitch from the windup. Waldachuk throws a ground ball towards short on the backhand and through. Under Jefferson into left field. That's a base hit for Kaczynski. The first 3 men of the inning reach. Now Blackford. First pitch, a big cut and a miss by the Yolo third baseman. 3 walks and a strikeout. His night tonight, 4 plate appearances, 1 at bat. Blackford takes a strike at the knees, and he gives sort of a cockeyed look back to DJ Petit, the home plate umpire. It's 0-2. Waldachuk deals, and that's swung on and missed. A little bit of an undisciplined swing from Blackford, who I think was just a little bit unbalanced there. First strikeout for Waldachuk, and it's the first out of the 9th. Smith, the right fielder, who's 0 for 3. It's 9-2 Yolo in the 9th. First pitch, breaking ball, strike 1 on the outside. So for Derek Cherry, he goes 5 1/3 innings. He gave up 2 runs. And the bullpen has not been able to keep this team off the board. De Leon gave up a run. Daly gave up 4. 3 were earned. Richardson, scoreless 2/3 of an innings, but he gave up 2 inherited runners. And now Waldachuk, a 2-run home run in the 9th. How about 4 home runs for the Yolo High Wheelers tonight? Outside on the next one, 1-2. Set is Waldachuk. The next pitch is a ground ball towards second. Cavino to the shortstop Jefferson. On to first. That's a 4-6-3 double play. And the inning is over. 7 runs to tie, 8 to go home here in Oakland, as you're listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. And this talk is going to include everyone on the infield. The leadoff man, Hubbard, has walked. It's 2-0 to Martinez. You got a take sign here, I think, until Estrella proves he can throw a strike out of the bullpen. The pitch, outside, 3-0. Well, at what point for Yolo do you actually even think about making a call to the bullpen to get someone warm? Is it after 8 straight balls? Let's see. The next pitch, that's ball 8. 2 walks to begin the inning. I see a catcher up in the Yolo bullpen. No pitchers yet. Maybe some calisthenics, and now here comes Jerome Williams. Trevor Halsema, who singled back in the second. Still 11 batters since the last hit for the Ballers in the 6th. They have been kept off the board. And before the Hubbard walk, it was 7 straight retired. This meeting on the mound is allowing now a right-hander in the Yolo bullpen to throw it around. Now look, Zalaski went in 1 inning, struck out 3. Langrell went an inning, struck out 2. If you have the guys on a 7-8 program, that's fine. But with the way they're throwing, I mean, they hardly threw any pitches at all. Now DJ Petit is out there to oversee the end of this conversation, and they'll all now walk back toward home plate together. Here's Halsema. At second is Hubbard. At first is Martinez. It's 2 straight balls. Now, you've just watched a pitcher throw 8 straight balls. One of 2 things. He's going to try to aim a ball right down the middle of the zone to get a strike. And you could let him swing and put a green light on. Or you can wait to see if he'll throw ball 9. Here's the first pitch to Halsema. It's low, and it is ball 9. Set is Estrella. The next one is a strike. So 9 balls, and now strike 1 to Trevor Halsema, and that should activate the bat of the Ballers left fielder. Estrella not worrying about the base runners. Now he steps off. No pitch clock today. The pitch. Halsema looks at strike 2. Right on the inside. Now 1-2. They're playing behind the runners on the infield. Estrella set. Setting up outside is Mendoza. A check of second. Now here's the pitch. That is low in the dirt, 2-2. (9-2) Yolo leads in the bottom of the 9th, but this crowd, at least from the way they are cheering, it's more like a 3-2 game. The next pitch, Halsema swings and fouls it away. That was a fastball running in on Trevor Halsema, and he just did enough to stay alive. It'll be another 2-2 count. At this point in the ball game, anything close, you've got to offer at. The next pitch, Halsema swings and just gets a piece of a slider. He was fooled, but just got the bat head out there on the outside to get a piece of it. Still no one out, the 2-2. On its way to Halsema, and it is swung on and fouled away. Waited back that time a little bit longer on a changeup. Did a decent job of fouling it off. So Estrella now back in control. Another 2-2. Here it comes. Halsema swings and misses, chased above the zone. Went back to the fastball, and he could not lay off. Now here's Tyler Lozano. The Ballers catcher is 0 for 3 today, 2 ground outs and a strikeout. He bats with 2 men on, 1 man out here in the 9th. The first pitch is down low. Fastball in the dirt. I know he has family members here today. Many of these Ballers do. The next pitch, Lozano takes high, 2-0. Estrella set on 2-0. Both runners with decent leads. The pitch to Lozano is strike 1 on the inside. It's a tough pitch to get your bat head around. Setting up inside again is Mendoza. The next one is swung on, hit to right field, and that will hang up for Tanner Smith. A line out to the right fielder. There's 2 away. And now a pinch hitter. That's Jalen Smith, who will hit for Dan Cavino. Smith will get an at bat here in the 9th. 2 men on, nobody out. He's swinging a hot bat. The first pitch to Smith, swung on, hit to left field. That will drop in front of the left fielder, and it'll be a single. Everyone moves up 90 feet. The bases are loaded. Here's another pinch hitter, number 2, Brian Williams. Williams will pinch hit for Burkell, which is an interesting substitution. They're going to go righty-righty and give Williams a chance to play in this opening night. Estrella set, bases are loaded, 2 away. First pitch, outside for ball 1. Davis on deck. 9-2, Yolo leads, 2 outs in the 9th. Pitch to Williams, outside, 2-0. And maybe this is where, as Williams, you wait and you take a pitch. Two and 0. Pitch on its way. That is a strike on the outside. Fastball. Williams being patient. Yolo 2 strikes away. 1 out away. The next pitch is inside. 3-1. Oh, now Williams, how patient do you want to be? Let's see. Might take a pretty big hack here. The pitch is high, ball 4. So give Williams an RBI walk. Scoring is Hubbard. It's 9-3. Here's Austin Davis. Davis today, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Bases are loaded. The Ballers are down 6. 9-3. Estrella's first pitch to Davis. He takes a strike. Strike at the knees. Davis looking to put a ball in play for the first time today. 9-3, they trail. Here's the 0-1. He swings. It's a high, deep drive down the left field line. That is foul. Not by much. Not by much at all. Bounced on that dirt, just foul. He almost brought in 3. Oh, 0-2 now to Davis. Estrella, 1 strike away. The pitch. Davis swings and misses too late. That is the ball game. The Ballers lose. These fans, however, are very appreciative of the efforts tonight by the Ballers. The final score, Yolo 9, Oakland 3. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you the totals right after this break. You're listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
Well, a night that started with a lot of anticipation and some early fireworks from the Ballers side has ended in a 9-3 loss to the hands of the Yolo High Wheelers. The totals on tonight, 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the High Wheelers. 6 pretty good innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts. The losing pitcher is Abraham De Leon, who came on in relief of Derek Cherry. Gave up the 3rd run, a run which the Ballers would make up in the 9th, but not sooner, unfortunately, for them. 2/3 of an inning, a hit, a run, a walk, no strikeouts. No save on the game. Time of the game, 2 hours and 58 minutes in front of a sold-out crowd of 4,100 fans. A historic day for Oakland baseball, a 2-run home run for Dondre Hubbard in the 1st inning. Thought they were on their way, but they could not score again until the 9th. And again, that run would be scored by Dondre Hubbard. It will be a while until they scored again, almost some 30 batters later. All in all, it was an exciting night, a very fun night for everyone involved on the Oakland side. We are so glad we could bring it to you. We'll have one more segment here in our postgame, and we'll come back with final thoughts and scores from around the league on 860 AM, The Answer.
Go.
Welcome back to Oakland Ballers Baseball. I'm Tyler Peterson. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've had a great time out. We'll look around the scores for the league today. And wouldn't you know it, we'll start in Colorado Springs with our old friends, the Rocky Mountain Vibes. The Vibes win 14-13 at final. Another ridiculous scoring game. Elsewhere in normal scoreland, the Chuckers beat the Hawks 6-5 at home, and the Glacier Range Riders beat the Ogden Raptors. High-scoring contest there as well, 10-9. Two games still reported as in progress. The Great Falls Voyagers 11, Missoula Paddleheads 18. That's as of the bottom of the 7th. And the Grand Junction Owls 12, Northern Colorado Owls 12, Grand Junction Jackalopes 2. That game is reported to be in the bottom of the 4th. I think that might be a weather delay. But before we close things out tonight, I'll welcome in Davis Ellington one more time with some final thoughts on what he saw tonight. Davis, what are your thoughts?
Well, tonight the Ballers, they came in riding the hot bats of their offense, and Yolo was able to execute. They've been riding on that pitching, only allowing 5 runs a game. Here they come in, they have the gaff early, they keep it down, and they were the ones that actually showed some offense. So if you're the Ballers, you try to scrap it. It was a big night. You don't come up with the win you want, but you can get back at it tomorrow. 5 more games left in the series. We'll see if those hot bats for Oakland can get going as the series matures.
And we hope to see you out here at the ballpark as well. We had a great time tonight. Maybe you'll join us in the next couple of days against Yolo, or maybe next week as well against Rocky Mountain. You can always keep it right here on 860 AM, The Answer, for all of your Oakland Ballers baseball. Until then, we'll say good night. The final score, once again, Yolo 9, Oakland 3. Have a good rest of your Tuesday evening.